What am I talking about? The one and only Dan Henry. Welcome back, my old subscribers. A lot of you are Omega lovers, Universal Geneve, and Rolex lovers. Well, today I have an affordable homage option for you that has great history. Dan Henry is a very well-known watch collector. If you go to his website, you can see he has watches from every period of time that you can think of. And it's really cool to see the progression and the change of design and fashion, going from tool to luxury to a mix of both. His collection encompasses it all. And the cool thing about him is that he has acknowledged that lots of these designs that are well loved are out of grasp. And that's why I've made this series, because vintage homages are one of my favorite and most bang for buck offers out there. You're getting awesome designs that are over 50 years old, sometimes 70 years old, in a modern package with the reliability, with the water resistance, and still never go out of style at affordable prices. Dan Henry is no exception, and he has basically made a whole line of watches based on that fact that people can't have access to all of these because they're rare. Some are very hard to fix or expensive to fix. They're just out of grasp, and that's the fact. And that's not fair, you know? We want to enjoy these designs and not have to spend $1 million. So he made a whole line of watches. Each one is called by the year that it's giving reference to or respects to. And the one I have today is one of my favorites that took me forever to finally find. And this is the 1962 Dan Henry. All of these are limited. So keep in mind, if you do want one, go to the website, because whatever that year is that it's giving reference to, that's how many they're making. And so here I have the 1962. I have not the copy 1944. So I don't know if I barely made it or if they're in order or not, but I'm just happy I have it. This is a watch that's under $250, I believe. I'll put it on the screen in case I'm wrong. But the cool thing is this guy really personalizes his work. Even though these are affordable watches, he personally goes to factories to ensure quality, to ensure accuracy of the designs that he's envisioning to share with the world at an accessible price. And so these watches are really almost that, I mean, it's basically like having that vintage watch. It's just not gonna have that brand name or that mechanical movement that people are used to. So let's get into it. I'm gonna review these quick specs. So this is a 38 or 39 millimeter case. Very wearable. In the vintage eras, these smaller case sizes were more common. Now we're in these huge watches, which I personally don't like and don't wear very much, but 38 is a sweet spot. This is a Panda dial, loved by everyone. I mean, if you saw my previous video, I reviewed a reverse Panda, just as awesome, but this is a step up because it is a much more legit looking Panda dial with those unique hour sticks, sub dials, and the bezel. So if you're familiar with watches, you're gonna see a lot of cues from different watches here. You're gonna remind yourself of the Daytona Paul Newman because of the Panda dial, but because of the bezel and the layout and the case, you're gonna get a lot of Omega Speedmaster and Universal Geneve vibes. I think it's called the compacts. The curved lugs are beautiful. I think the polishing and the locations where the polishing is at really make the case stand out, makes it look very classy, and again, very Omega styled, because they only use curved lugs. So you're basically getting that design in a much cheaper package. Let's talk about the crystal. It's a very nice curved crystal. It's not sapphire. I believe it's plexi, If not, it is some type of mineral. But nonetheless, it's not meant to be that scratch resistant type of glass. It's meant to emulate that vintage design, and it really does. It's very bulby, like a bubble. So you'll get that distortion when the glass distortion when you're looking at it from an angle. Very 1964, 62, sorry. 1960s design. What can I say? The subdials, beautiful design, emulating those 1960 vibes. The cool thing about this watch is that it is a quartz, but it's a mecha quartz. So that means that when you use the stopwatch mechanism, it's actually going to move as if it was a mechanical watch. Very smooth, not as smooth, but decently smooth. And it's because it's a hybrid movement. On the back, he always puts a car or something that connects to that design. In this case, we have a Maserati on the case back. Very awesome. It stands out. It looks like a metal, like something like a coin that you would just look at and feel. It's really amazing. You could definitely tell the high quality and the effort that went into making this watch for under $300. This is a 165 feet water resistant, which is 50 meters. So no screw down crown here. I would not go swimming with this because I would be afraid of damaging the movement, but it's still a great everyday watch. If you're running or you're doing an exercise, you can use the stopwatch mechanism. Really cool. I mean, you're not missing out. I mean, your Apple Watch can do that, but how cool is it to have something that's not digital and you can still do stopwatch mechanism on it. The date window, you can pick if you want a date window or not. I actually went with it because the white dial and the white date window, they kind of blend. So it doesn't look bad. It doesn't stand out. But if you want to go straight vintage, no date window, you can just select no date window. And again, I said these are limited, but just a reminder, there are like 4 color variations of this, and there's gonna be plenty for everyone. Just make sure you go to the website. But I really love this watch. And one thing I wanna end on is this is a 20 millimeter lug. And the lug to lug is around 46. Very vintage design, wearable for any wrist. At 20 millimeter lugs, I love that they did this because this Panda white dial goes with any strap. And I mean literally any colored strap. You can put some Jubilee or whatever steel strap you can find. You could put any leather color, and there's a lot of options on his website. Racing leather, rubber straps. I've got the tropical in dark green, very forest green. And I haven't taken it off this combination because I love green and I love the subtle colors that go off of this. This is a watch that it can be your one and only watch because of this dial. You can buy this one and just buy different straps and you'll have a different watch every week, basically, because it looks so different with different combinations. And that white dial really, really is versatile. And I have tons of pictures of it with different straps because of that. And I'm grateful that I got to partner with Roma's other brand, Wear Hadley. And I got to put that watch on 3 different straps aside from the original. And oh my, it just looks amazing. You end up confused about which strap you want to use that day. But with the quick release that comes on these straps, I mean, it's just easy to switch it. Another cool thing, and I'll just end on this, when you buy a Dan Henry watch, it comes with 2 straps and it comes with a watch roll. So this guy has really put a lot of value and you get your full money's worth. I mean, this is one of the best entry level and collector watches you can buy, no matter what your budget is. Ignore the price. It's on the one of the lowest ends that you can pay for a watch. But with this historic design, this is very valuable. And I really, really appreciate that this guy is doing this. If you're not into this design, I mean, look at all his other ones. He's got some 1913s and 20s, 80s, 70s. He's got all the eras covered. You will find one that you like in there, I promise. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Those were the 4 homage watches I wanted to show you for now. I will borrow some more so I can show you different ones. And I'll just continue sharing, these affordable options. They have a lot to offer. Ignore the watch snobs. Wear what you like. These watches are giving tribute to these amazing designs that have not changed for decades, and it can be yours for way less than the full luxury prices we're seeing. But again, if there's a design that you really, really want to get and you want to spend that extra money, this is a great way to kind of test drive those without having to spend thousands of dollars. For example, the one we just saw, you can get a Speedmaster that has these same vibes, but it will have Omega's backing to it. You can use this as that test drive or not, but you'll know what it feels like. You'll get an idea of what having that type of watch is like. So I hope you enjoyed. Stick around, more to come.